Louis, I have probably I can think of a half a dozen people, narcissistic people in my life. I am now no contact with, some I still have contact with. I don't forgive them. I will never forgive them.
Really?
Never.
Even if you never speak to them again?
I don't speak to them again. I will never forgive them. What they did to me, because what it changed my view on myself. I spent years crawling out from under that rubble. I still doubt myself. I still don't feel safe in the world. They took away my safety. How the hell do you forgive them? I don't. And I sleep fine at night.
I guess as long as you feel at peace.
Right? I feel totally at peace.
Well, that's good then.
Because what bothers me is I know they're out there doing this to other people.
Yeah.
How do you forgive
That's frustrating. That's frustrating. I guess the thing would be, how do we find peace even if we don't forgive
I think
someone?
that people who don't forgive definitely feel peace.
Okay.
I think people who don't feel peace are the people who forgive and keep getting harmed.
That's
are the
true.
people who forgive and weren't ready to forgive. Healing from narcissistic abuse is individuating, becoming autonomous, and ultimately rising into your authentic self. That's what it is. And your authentic self may not forgive, and that's okay.
Dr. Ramani, one of the leading voices on narcissistic abuse, says it without hesitation. She will never forgive the person who abused her. Not out of spite, not out of pride, but because the harm was never undone. She'll never forgive, and why Hebrew agrees. They moved on with their lives. No apology, no ownership, no pause to say, yes, we admit what we did. The abuse didn't just hurt her. It stole her sense of safety. It erased her place in the world, and it robbed her of the chance to become who she might have been. She will never know the full version of herself, the one who wasn't wounded. And here's where Hebrew enters. The word for forgiveness is Salach. But reverse those letters, and you get Chasal. It means stop, end, final. This isn't spiritual fluff. This is structure, design, logic. Forgiveness in Hebrew is not a virtue. It's not a performance. It's not owed. It's a mechanism that only activates after the damage has stopped. If there's no remorse, no change, no accountability, then there is nothing to forgive. You're not cold. You're not bitter. You're responding to a reality that hasn't changed. Forgiveness in Hebrew requires more than letting go. It requires completion, a stopping point, a rupture healed, a truth acknowledged. And if that hasn't happened, then forgiveness is impossible. You don't owe it, not spiritually, not emotionally, not linguistically. Because in Hebrew, forgiveness only begins where harm truly ends. There's no opinion here, no interpretation, no sarcasm, no lack of empathy, only observation. Observation of a language that carries within it a sacred triangle. The problem, the solution, and a neutral truth. This world is an arena of return, where unpaid debts rise to the surface until nothing remains hidden, until the account is settled, until it's complete, until it's whole, until it's resolved, corrected, repaired, or mended, fixed.
Re na